Señor, por favor, venga por aquí. Take this table. Hey, guy, come up. Look, ándale, para arriba. Over here. Your very finest rum, my good man. Sí, señor.
Mucho big customer to demand all your attention, huh, Manuel?
Sí, señor. He's the best tipper in all the Mexico. El señor Smart, sí.
Phineas T. Smart?
You know him, huh? Yes, sir.
Oh, he's the man I'm looking for. Mr. Smart? Name's Hatchworth. Reuben T. Hatchworth. I've been told that you just may have what I damn sure want.
Well, I have many things that men want. What exactly are you looking for?
Woman. I'd like her to be blonde, full-bodied, sterling character. I've been told that you carry one of the finest merchandise, and I'm willing to pay top dollar.
I don't think I've seen Al so happy in months, Max.
He wouldn't be smiling if he knew what a rat his daddy was.
Oh, don't blame yourself for the trial. You did everything you could.
Are you kidding? By the time Herb got done with me, it looked like Lee Sanders had slept with every man in Llanview.
That's not true. You told them what a devoted mother she was and how she put her family before everything. Marilyn really needed to hear that.
It's the only good news she got. Damn, so unfair. Big shot like Donald Lamar pinning the rap on her while he gets away scot-free.
Well, I can see bringing Al over to cheer you up wasn't such a good idea.
Hey, think of what shape I'd be in if he wasn't here. Did you ever notice that when this little guy smiles that you have to smile back?
Oh, he's quite a charmer, all right, just like his father. But this little charmer, it's time for him to have a nap.
Oh, okay. You heard Mama.
Come on, you little slugger, you.
Time to go home. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Steve's probably wondering what's keeping you waiting.
Well, I was hoping he could take his nap here. I really need to talk to you.
Why, what's up?
I'm afraid I have some bad news about your brother and me.
Don's affair with your mother was all in his mind. He had a relationship with her a few years ago, but he walked out on her. Lately, he's had a strong desire to rekindle the old flames. That's why he came to Llanview.
Order in this court! Order in this court! Somebody turn that damn loudspeaker off!
He was frustrated and infuriated by her rejecting him. He's a man who's used to getting what he wants. And your mum
That's a lie!
Your Honor, that tape was rolled in prison.
Sheriff, find the party responsible for this outrage.
Did he admit that to you?
He didn't have to. His whole day was planned around his courtship of Lee. He talked about nothing more than making this big conquest. And it became obvious after a while he wasn't getting anywhere at all. It was totally absurd. I mean, I could hardly look him in the face.
Okay, Lamar. Now the jury knows the truth.
You're in big trouble, buddy.
Oh, look, man, you have a lot of loose wiring here.
Tell it to the judge. Let's go.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry.
Jury will disregard everything they have heard. Silence! I will not have this courtroom disrupted by the chief theatrics of the defendant.
Your Honor, my client had no prior knowledge of this event.
You had better hope that's true, because when the culprit is identified, the punishment will be swift and severe. You may take a moment to collect yourselves and we will proceed.
Oh, John, what happens now? She's furious.
Yeah, well, maybe we didn't score any points with Judge Weber, but the jury heard Griffin Clark call Donald Lamar a liar, and they're not apt to forget it.
I know Wade set up the tape. What are they going to do to him?
Just hope they don't catch him.
Wade seems to have done more for Mary Lynn than we have by defying the judge.
I guess I underestimated that kid. I think I can take some of the credit for this.
You?
Yeah, I gave him a job at WVLE. Where do you think he picked up the electrical expertise to pull this off?
Your Honor, this is our man. I caught him with the tape as he was disconnecting it from the system.
Wade Coleman, do you admit to knowingly, willfully disrupting these proceedings?
Is it against the law to tell the truth?
I've had enough of your insolence. You're already in contempt of this court.
Mary Lynn is innocent, and if you were doing your job, you'd have that tape admitted for evidence.
I sentence you to 6 months in Lantano County Jail.
No, you can't. He's not a criminal.
Your Honor, please. Mr. Coleman had no idea of the severity of his actions.
Ignorance is no excuse. He was warned repeatedly. Sheriff, take him away.
You call this justice? Open your eyes. Right there on the register.
What makes you think that I can help you?
Huh. I wouldn't be the first plantation owner you've done business with. News travels fast on the islands.
Call me Phineas. Where did you say you were from, Mr.
Hatchworth, Reuben T. I grow sugar on a little island in the Caribbean. You wouldn't know it. No one does. That's the problem.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Well, let's just say that there's not a whole lot to choose from if a fellow's looking for a bride. You know, someone suitable to bear my children, ensure future generations of the Hatchworths.
Many gentlemen share your regrettable circumstances. But you have come to the right place. I offer a fine selection of the world's most lovely females.
No. You see, I don't think you quite understand me, Mr. Smart. We're talking about the Hatchworth name, sir. The Hatchworth name. Now, beauty is a very important thing. But the woman I'm looking for also has to have good breeding along with the beauty.
Yes, the rarest of roses. Even I do not come across many like that, sir. But this, sir, is your lucky day. I have recently just acquired a very beautiful, high-spirited blonde. Well-educated, too. She's a school teacher by profession.
School teacher? Is that a fact?
Yes. Ever since she arrived, she's been helping everyone with their English, quoting the Constitution, the Bible.
The Bible?
Yeah.
Sounds exactly like the kind of woman I'm looking for. What's her name?
Sarah, Eleanor, Mary. Once you've paid your money, the choice is yours.
I see. Okay, Phineas, how much?
Well, she comes to auction tomorrow afternoon. The highest bidder takes her.
And I don't want to get into to horse trading. Just name your price.
Well, I can see you will have no difficulty outbidding your competitors. Here. Take this coin, my friend, and it will assure you a front row seat at tomorrow's proceedings.
No, wait a minute. I don't like crowds. And my patience is worn a little bit thin. Maybe you'll consider this my final offer.
Is that how they do business in the Caribbean, Mr. Hatchworth?
If necessary.
I detest bloodshed myself. But you see those two rather sinister-looking gentlemen over there? If I so much as lift my finger, they will kill you in a second.
Just testing, Mr. Smart. I mean, I wouldn't want to do business with a fellow who could protect himself and his merchandise.
Yes, well, I find your ways rather crude, Mr. Hatchworth. Perhaps I should withdraw my invitation to tomorrow night's auction.
You know, Mr. Smart, I sure do hope you'll accept my apology and, excuse my crudeness. It's just that I've been waiting so long for the right woman that...
Well, perhaps I could make certain allowances for a man in your predicament. And I do appreciate your high taste in women. Return tomorrow, and I can assure you, you will not be disappointed. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have certain preparations to attend to.
Phineas, I've been looking all over for you. Now, how much longer are we got to wait to sell them women?
Boys from Buchanan City are far too impatient.
I didn't come all the way to Mexico to guard a bunch of women. I'm here for profit and to settle an old score once and for all.
Looks like my day for bad news. Go ahead, Gabrielle. What is it?
Steve and I are getting a divorce, after all.
What?
Look, Max, I've tried everything, but, you know, there comes to a point where you run out of hope and energy. Our differences are far too great and our resentment much too deep. There's just no way we have to quit on this.
I can't believe this. Just yesterday, Steve was telling me how everything was working out with you two.
I know. But then I realized just how unflexible your brother can be.
Gabrielle, he's trying to sell the ranch. He's giving up the dream of his life. That sounds pretty flexible to me.
Yeah, the only problem with Steve's dreams is that they just don't seem to match with reality or the marketplace. Do you remember yesterday when you were over at the house, the realtor lady came over?
Yeah, what about her?
When you and Steve were talking, she asked me a few questions about the ranch.
Ooh.
That's right. I tried to paint a nice, pretty picture, but I couldn't lie to her and tell her that the ranch was making money.
So she took off?
Not before telling Steve, there's no way we're putting your ranch into our marketplace.
So you get someone else to sell it.
I told him to do that. But he just wouldn't take that from me. Matt, something's happening to him. He feels that everyone's trying to get back at him, especially me. He thought that I sabotaged the whole thing.
He's just blowing off steam here. He doesn't mean any of this.
You didn't see how angry he was. You didn't see the hatred in his eyes. When he gets like that, there's nothing I can do to calm him down. It frightens me. I just can't get through to him anymore.
I'll talk to him. I mean, he listened to me before. Is he home now?
Max, no. There's no going back for Steve and I. The only way to resolve this is a divorce.
Yeah, whoa. You've never been a quitter before. Think of the things you're giving away.
Good God, are you deaf? Can't you see what an impossible situation this is? I can't go on pretending anymore.
Gabrielle, take it.
Do you listen to me? I don't love Steve. It was a mistake from the very beginning. I never should have married him. There's only one man I ever loved. That's you, Max.
Would you describe the nature of your relationship with Lee Sanders?
Look, I can't just sit here without explaining about that tape.
You have no need to explain. Everything's been struck from the record.
Well, look, everyone heard that. Your Honor, I believe I have the right to defend myself against this kind of slander.
Objection, Your Honor. If the tape's inadmissible as evidence, clearly so is any discussion pertaining to that tape.
However, considering the unusual and deplorable circumstances, I will grant the witness his request. Please be brief.
Thank you, Your Honor. The man you heard on the tape is named Griffin Clark. He was my chauffeur until recently when I dismissed him. Lately, he's been making late-night telephone calls to me, threatening to get even by destroying my good name. Until today, I had no idea that he'd follow through on this threat. I never discussed my personal life with Mr. Clark, therefore he knows nothing about my relationship with Lee Sanders. And obviously, he told Mary Lynn exactly what she wanted to hear in hopes of getting some kind of a favor in return.
Objection.
Sustained. Mr. Lamar has made his statement. You may continue the questions.
All right, Mr. Lamar, let's get back to your relationship with Lee Sanders. Now, you claim that you had an affair with her.
No. That's untrue. We were lovers. We were very deeply in love. And for a long time, Lee was pretending to go back to Tom, but on the night she died, she told me that I was the only man that she'd ever truly loved.
Stinking liar. Don't make a word he's saying, Tom. I promise you, Lee only loved you.
Yeah, well, thanks, Renee, but it doesn't really matter what we think anymore. I'm concerned about Mary Lynn. I wonder how much more of this she can put up with.
Mr. Lamar, were you aware that Lee Sanders had just decided to remarry her first husband, Tom Dennison?
Yes, of course I knew. Lee was racked with guilt about it.
And why would she agree to marry Tom Dennison if she loved you?
Well, she wanted to give her daughter the kind of family that she had never had. She loved Mary Lynn, and she respected Tom. And she was in a quandary about how to reject Tom without disappointing Mary Lynn.
John, it's a lie.
The
I know
more
she
that
loved
we talked
Dad.
about
All right, don't let Lamar get to you.
the more she came to realize that she couldn't marry a man that she felt no passion for. And that very night, she decided that she was going to return Tom's engagement ring. And I remember the look on her face. It was like a great weight had been taken off her shoulders. And that's when she...
Please continue, Mr. Lamar.
That's when she asked me to make love to her, and she told me that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with me. I'm sorry, forgive me. I can't realize that her life was cut short like that. Dear God, she was so happy. She was finally at peace with herself, and I can't realize she's dead now.
Mr. Lamar.
I'm sorry. You cannot find this girl at fault with anything. If there is any blame, it's to be placed on me for keeping quiet about the love that Lee and I shared. She was very frightened about it.
About what?
Because she knew the traumatic effect that it would have on Mary Lynn. And I know that if she was in this court today, she would be begging on her knees for mercy for her daughter. Mary Lynn is not a killer. She's just a young child who was caught up in circumstances far beyond her control.
Objection.
Your Honor, Mr. Lamar was the only other person in the room when Lee Sanders was shot. His testimony is vital.
Proceed, Mr. Lamar.
When Mary Lynn came into that hotel room and she saw me with her mother, all her illusions of a perfect family were just shattered. It was too much for her. It was too sudden. Her world crumbled. She had to reach out for something strong enough to hold on to, and when she did, there was a gun. And in one moment of blind, ungovernable rage, she...
No! No! You liar! My mother never loved you! Now tell the truth! Tell the truth!
Control your client. Order in this court, please.
After everything that we've been through together, why can't you accept my love for you?
Listen, I can see where the constant ups and downs with Steve have got you frustrated all to hell, and I can see where you'd want to look back on those days in Argentina when we were all so much more carefree.
Don't you ever look back?
Gabrielle, I'm trying to look ahead here. We will always be good friends, and I will always support you in whatever way I can.
Oh, there goes the psychiatry bit. How do you think you became Al's father? A little friendly support? Max, we were lovers, and I never stopped loving you, not for 1 minute.
See, that's where you're getting confused. Al is confusing you. He made us parents, but that doesn't automatically make us a family.
Could raise Al together. I know Al and I could make you happy. That's all I've ever wanted is to be with you.
Well, if that's true, then how in God's name could you marry my brother?
I never meant to hurt Steve. I thought I could love him the same way I love you, but it's impossible.
No, you cannot walk out on him now. He's given up everything in his life just to be with you here in Llanview.
Why are you trying to make a marriage work that was never meant to be? Are you trying to cover up feelings you might have for me?
Gabrielle, I have always been straight from you right from the start. We never made any big declarations of love to each other.
I'm declaring it right here, right now. You have asked me to give Steve millions of second chances. Well, I have. So why won't you give me just one chance to make you happy?
You want to make me happy? You go back to Steve and you stand by him in the good times and the bad times. Because the truth doesn't change every other day like one of your new fashion designs. Face it. Steve will always love you. And to you, I'll just always be a couple of months of good times. It will never happen again.
Well, it took a little doing. But I finally got all them women in line.
Well, you did not damage the merchandise now, did you, dear?
Oh, no. I remembered what you said about that. But I did have to gag that teacher lady from Buchanan City.
Yeah, well, how unfortunate. Why, was she causing a disturbance?
You might say that. She had them women so fired up with all those crazy ideas about freedom of mind and body. They almost trampled Laredo and on death.
Gentlemen, you had best keep a very special watch over our prime merchandise. Could not afford any mutiny, now that we are merely hours away from the auction.
No, I didn't say I couldn't handle her. Look, I'm the one who brought her here.
See that gentleman over there? He's a very wealthy plantation man who is looking for a woman just like Ginny. But he's a bit impatient. Buy him a drink. Get him to relax and stay a while.
You're the boss. Well, howdy, stranger.
Como?
My name's Deal. I'm Mr. Smart's business associate. Just wanted to tell you, welcome to Nogales. Clint, huh? Oh.
Well, Deal. Ain't life just plumb full of surprises?
Why?
All right, Deal. That was for the arrow in my shoulder. The next one is going to be for kidnapping Jenny Fletcher and Blaize Buchanan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you really think you could get away with selling her to a white slave trader? Huh? Now, where is she?
How would I know? Phineas took her. I'm just waiting to get paid.
Paid? Deal, you are a real lowlife.
Cantina! Help! Cantina! Let's go, Let's Get out of the box of these.
Let's start talking. First thing I want to know is, has any harm come to Jenny?
No, she's fine. Phineas wouldn't let anybody touch her.
Where's he keep her?
I swear I don't know.
Oh, that's too bad. Now I got no reason to keep you alive.
You're no killer.
No? You want to bet your life on that? Now you listen, Deal. You're going to tell me where Phineas Smart is keeping those women? Or so help me, I'll blow a hole in you I can drive a stagecoach through.
Gabriel, wait just a minute. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have the sensitivity of a Sherman tank. Well, let's sit down. Let's talk.
I think we've both said too much already.
You just listen to me, just for 1 minute. What I'm trying to tell you is once you and Steve get over this crisis, you will realize how much you care about him, and that what we had together just isn't real.
Not real? Sweetheart. Take a look at this. This is very real. He's a constant reminder of our love. How can you deny him the right family that he deserves?
We both love Al, but it takes more than that to make a marriage.
Well, it worked for Cord and Tina, didn't it?
Don't bring up Tina.
It's exactly the same situation, don't you see? Once Cord stopped denying his love for Tina, he realized how much he still loved her. And Tina knew there was no man who could replace the father of her son. Max, I'm sorry, but I always knew that Tina wasn't the right woman for you. I'm not trying to push you into anything immediately. Take all the time you want. But Al and I will be here for you.
And what about Steve? You really think I can betray my brother?
He wants this divorce as much as I do.
I don't believe that. But it doesn't matter if you and Steve split up. It doesn't matter. You see, you made me your brother-in-law. And that can never change from now on. I mean it, Gabrielle. You and I can never be lovers again.
Well, I can see I've been a fool to open my heart to you. Al and I really know how much we mean to you now. Don't worry. We're never coming back here to beg for your love again.
Miss Dennison, please, one more outburst, and I must have you removed from the courtroom. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. You may proceed.
No further questions. Your witness.
All right, listen, I may say some things that you don't particularly like. Trust me, all right? Mr. Lamar, you testify that you had a close personal relationship with the victim, Lee Sanders. How would you describe the exact physical nature of that relationship?
Your Honor, why do we need to know the intimate details of the witness' sex life?
Your Honor, I would just like the witness to better characterize the relationship. Was it tender, affectionate, sensitive?
I will allow the witness to answer that.
I would say that it was all of those things.
I see. So you and Lee had a relationship that was full of mutual consideration and respect.
Of course. We were in love.
Really? Well, then how do you explain the medical examiner's report, already entered into evidence in this courtroom, stating that at the time of death, the victim had, quote, severe bruises and lacerations about the neck and shoulder, unquote. I mean, how could a tender, sensitive, loving relationship result in, quote, a violent life-or-death struggle just prior to her death?
Look, why are you doing this? Don't you have any consideration for the feelings of your own client?
Just answer the question, Mr. Lamar.
Very well. It'll be on your conscience, Mr. Russell. I would not submit Mary Lynn to this kind of humiliation. The truth is that Lee was a very passionate woman, and her sexual preferences ran to the, shall I say, the highly rough and very physical.
Order. Order in court. Order. That's quite enough, Mr. Lamar. I think we get the picture.
What about the bruises on the defendant's body, Mr. Lamar? How do you explain those?
As I told the police, after she shot her mother, I had to restrain her from shooting myself. Good God, man, you would have done the same thing.
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe I could take a gun away from such a little lady without beating her up in the process.
Look, I'm sure you wouldn't have been quite as calm staring down the barrel of a snub-nosed revolver.
Let me just see if I have this picture straight, Mr. Lamar. You showed up at Lee's hotel suite, where she told you that she was engaged to Tom Dennison. But somehow she figured out that it was really you she really wanted. And the two of you ended up in the throes of some wild and kinky passion.
You're making this sound very sordid.
Next thing you know, Mary Lynn broke into your little love nest, instantly figured out what was going on, grabbed a gun, tried to shoot you, but killed her mother instead.
Look, I'm not so sure that Mary Lynn is in her right mind. I know definitely she wasn't in her right mind the night that Lee died. It was pretty frightening looking into those eyes. There wasn't much there. They were blank, as if she was being hypnotized.
Oh, Mary Lynn. Come in, my little lamb.
Hi, Mitch.
Mary Lynn, is there some reason you're not joining me in here?
Nervous, I guess.
Nervous? Not about being alone with me, I hope. Come on in. You know, I feel that we've grown so close since you've been living here as one of my disciples. And I had hoped that our trust was well established. You know, we are one big, loving family.
Well, sure. I mean, we are all one family, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And we love helping the needy.
I do, yes. And being a disciple of yours, too.
Heeding the messenger, as you have been.
Yes.
But what?
Nothing. I don't remember.
Are you sure? You know, Mitch doesn't want any of his disciples to keep anything from him. I wouldn't want you to hide any of your emotions out of fear. Like I said, we're one big, happy family here. And I do my best, and I try to spread myself among you so that none among you will feel left out or neglected. Now, have you been feeling neglected?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little jealous at the attention I've been giving to others? Mary Lynn, you've got to understand that there is so much of the Lord's work that Mitch has to do. You know? And sometimes it may seem that, well, that I don't care. But I want you to know that I never mean to do that. Don't ever think it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm going to prove to you that the love of Mitch Lawrence is vast enough to encompass all those who need me and all those who serve me. It is my honor to have you grace my bed, and it is my honor to bestow my passion onto you.
can't believe that you're...
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Well, you should be sorry. In fact, Mary Lynn, you should be ashamed.
I am ashamed. I'm so ashamed I could cry.
My little lamb, please.
Please don't.
Obviously, Mary Lynn was compelled to end my relationship with her mother, even if it meant murder.
Critics and...
Yes, I know I told you to list the ranch for sale. Look, things change, okay? It looks like I'm going to have to keep the place after all.
Keep going, I'll be right back.
I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, okay? Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
Is that another realtor you were talking to?
Yep. He called to tell me that he had another buyer for the ranch, but since you and I are headed for divorce court, I really don't see any reason why I should give up my place in Arizona.
No, you shouldn't give up on your home. Or on us.
Gabrielle, what are you talking about? Didn't you tell me that our marriage was a joke?
I didn't use those exact words. But I do owe you an apology.
What is it you want from me?
I want a second chance to make you happy.
What?
Steve, I realize how selfish and inconsiderate, and most of all, very confused I've been. I had a long time to think about a lot of things today, and I know now how foolish I've been.
Well, we've both been a little foolish, but what difference does that make now?
Because I realized who the two most important men are in my life. You and Al.
Yeah, and let's not forget about Max.
Max is your brother and my friend, and that's all. Please, I want a second chance at our marriage. Look, thank goodness I realized before it was too late how much I loved you. So many people go through their entire life not knowing who they belong with.
Honey, I haven't heard you talk like this since our wedding.
Maybe we can recapture some of those feelings. I'm willing to try. But there is one thing that I think we absolutely must do if we're going to start over again.
Mr. Lamar, one thing still needs to be explained. Your relationship to Griffin Clark.
Well, I've already explained that. He was my chauffeur.
Average sort of guy?
Yes, I'd say he was extremely average.
Pretty important job he had, wasn't it? Chauffeuring around the special prosecutor of Lantano County. Yet you fired him. Why was that?
Well, he was being lax in his duties. He was not showing up on time.
In fact, he was becoming verbally abusive. Isn't that what you said?
Yes, that's what I said.
Did that surprise you?
Well, I had not seen it in his behavior up to this time.
Well, gee, Mr. Lamar, don't you check references? I mean, I wouldn't think that would surprise you. Didn't you know that Griffin Clark spent a number of years in an Australian penitentiary and was considered an extremely dangerous man?
Yes. I was aware of his past, but
you hired him anyway, to travel in the same government circles, the high-level government circles in which you travel.
Griffin Clark served his time. And he was trying to find his way back to the straight and the narrow.
Mr. Lamar, we are talking about assault with a deadly weapon. Arrest for major felonies.
Look, I believe in giving people a second chance. That is exactly the thrust of the job placement agency that Lee and I were involved with. I mean, how can I ask people to hire ex-convicts if I'm not willing to do the same thing myself?
So rather than hire a local ex-con with a first-time offense, you went halfway around the world to find yourself a mystery man, a criminal with a history of violence?
Mr. Russell, this line of questioning is purely speculative. It has no bearing on this case. I think you're wasting the court's time. I've heard enough.
Start moving, Deal. You're taking me to Ginny Fletcher now.
You got the gun, Clint, but I'd think twice about using it. Phineas must have a dozen men guarding those women, and we've all got the same orders. Shoot to kill.
Well, then I'll just use you as a shield.
Well, what good's that gonna do your teacher friend, huh, if we're both dead? Besides, you start a gunfight, and some of those ladies are gonna get hurt.
Oh, I'm real touched by your concern. Start walking while you still can. You don't understand. This fella's an outlaw.
He just went loco, started beating on me.
Manuel, you know he works for Phineas Smart. He's nothing but a damn thief.
I do not know either of these hombres. I don't know what he's talking about, mi Capitan.
Hand over the gun, senor. You're arresting the wrong man. This man's part of a white slave ring.
Me, I'm just a rancher, man.
Like hell you are. He's part of a kidnapping ring. They've got a whole wagon load of women hidden somewhere in this town waiting to be sold into white slavery.
This gringo has igual imagination, him and well.
Sí, mi Capitan.
Maybe they sell women in America, senor, but not here. Let's go.
If you put me in jail, you might as well be working for Phineas Smart. This time tomorrow afternoon, those women will be sold into slavery to any man who has the right price.
I went to the cupboard and what did I see?
Permission to approach the bench.
Very well. Mr. Callison, will you join us?
I don't understand. Why did the judge stop him now? I don't know. That's my father's job. This is the first time I've ever seen the judge object.
Your Honor, I need to continue questioning the witness regarding Griffin Clark.
For what purpose?
I intend to prove that Donald Lamar and Griffin Clark were involved in a number of conspiracies, among those the attempted murder of Tom Dennison.
The witness is not on trial. Your client is.
I realize that, Your Honor, but Lee Sanders may have caught wind of the shady dealings Lamar had going. If that's true, he'd have a motive for killing her, and Mary Lynn may have seen the attempt on her life.
You have yet to produce one shred of evidence to support this speculation. Frankly, I've had it with your courtroom antics, beginning with that tape, your client's hysteria, and now an unfounded assault on a public figure.
But, Your Honor,
you will abandon this line of questioning as of now.
This line of questioning, my entire case depends on, Your Honor.
You are out of order, and you are that close to a contempt citation yourself. You'll not be much help to your client in a jail cell. Would you like to sit down and think it over?
You know, you may have been right, and Wade may have been right about this judge.
John, you think the judge is really on the take? And then if she is, she's going to stop you no matter what you say, and I am going to jail.
All right, look, let's just calm down here, all right? If you're in the end zone and the referee's against you, there's only one thing to do. Call for timeout.
Have you made a decision?
Your Honor, the defense requests a recess at this time.
Yes, it's so close to the end of the day now. Anyway, I'd just soon start fresh tomorrow.
Very well. Tomorrow we will have questions with only direct bearing on this case. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Now it's our turn.
Why do I have that sinking feeling in my stomach again? What do you want me to do this time, Gabrielle, to save our marriage?
Actually, it's something I have to do. I want to formally ask you to adopt my son.
You were furious at me for even bringing that up. And Max said that he would never allow me to adopt Al.
Steve, it wasn't just the ranch that was coming between us. It was my guilt about taking Al away from Llanview and away from his real father.
But Max understood that. He never brought it up.
I know, and I'd hoped that more time that Max had spent with him, he'd be a better father, but that's not going to happen.
Well, Max does care about Al. I know that.
It's not enough. Al needs someone to look up to, someone he can trust. And Max is never going to be that kind of a father, but you could.
I would consider it an honor to adopt Al, and as far as Max goes, I guess he could visit anytime he wants to.
No, I don't think that's such a good idea. As Al gets older, he's only going to get confused if he has two fathers.
Well, Gabrielle, are you saying you want to cut Max off completely from
Max
Al?
has had every opportunity to make some sort of relationship with his son.
That's true, but he's still my brother, and I don't want to wage a war with him.
I
am perfectly willing to adopt Al as long as Max will change his mind. He was very adamant.
I don't want a custody battle any more than you do. But I've learned so much now. Steve, I know what it's going to take to make our marriage work, and no one, absolutely no one is going to stop me from doing that. Not even Max.
I'll see a lawyer. I'm an American citizen. I have my rights.
All in good time, amigo. The judge is busy right now, and the lawyer's on vacation. But as soon as he gets back, maybe...
Now, then let me make a phone call. I mean, let me send a telegram.
We have no telegraph office, senor. But soon we will get one. Mañana, perhaps.
It's way to tell him, Clint, huh? You must be a real big man around here.
I'd like to finish you off, Deal.
Well, now, even if you could, I don't see how that'd help your cause any. Because right now, I'm about the only friend you've got in the world.
What did you do with those women? Where's Jenny Fletcher?
I don't see why it makes any difference whether you know that or not. Because you ain't gonna stop her from being sold to the highest bidder. Ah, but cheer up, huh? About this time tomorrow, that nice little spinster lady is gonna be a bride at last.